our next topic. This is something that we can revisit on future episodes, as I'm sure there'll be some more information about that. But moving on to another gentleman who may not have endeared himself to his team nor his fan base. The story broke yesterday. ESPN's Brian Windhorst reported that apparently one Kyrie Irving had requested to be traded. And when I first heard that story, I almost thought it was a joke. But as I got confirmation that this wasn't a joke, I said to myself, this has got to be one of the funniest things that I've actually heard all year. So we're going to start with you first, Ronnie. What is your take on Kyrie Irving requesting to be traded from Cleveland, apparently in search of greener pastures where he can go be the number one guy?
You know, I'm going to be on the whole opposite side of everybody else here. I like it. And I'm going to tell you why. What do we criticize Charles Barkley for? Patrick Ewing for? Not having the ring. Last year or last month when they compared Kyrie Irving to Allen Iverson, remember what Iverson loved about the game. I'm an editor, right? Iverson loved being a good player. Iverson loved the challenge. Kobe loved the challenge. I'm not mad at Kyrie loving the challenge. Maybe he doesn't want to win it like that anymore. Make an adjustment. He's already got the ring, which means now he has the flexibility. So if Kyrie wants to go somewhere and be the man and try to build something by himself, that's refreshing in today's climate. Because I just went through 3 months of everybody trying to find every super team combination they possibly could to make something work to challenge the Warriors. And there's nothing wrong with starting things off from the grassroots movement. So if Kyrie has to go to Brooklyn for D'Angelo Russell, yes, I'm making up trade scenarios. So be it. If Kyrie has to go to Phoenix for Booker, who cares? That guy has a ring now. So what can you tell him? You can't point him and say you're not a champion. You weren't a champion. Not only was he a champion, but physically himself was the reason he became a champion. So I like it.
Yeah, I think you make a great point there. The one thing I think people may have a question about is that, you know, he does have a ring, but when it comes down to it, they're always going to say, but you got there on LeBron James's back. And that's something that could potentially eat at Kyrie for the rest of his career if he doesn't win another championship. Kev, I want to come to you because I know you had a take on this, and we talked about this briefly off camera. But Kyrie wanting to make that move to another team to be his own man, are you in agreement with that, or do you have a differing opinion from Ronnie?
Isn't Kyrie the one that believes that the world is flat? And he firmly believes that. He's just a different cat. Now, I do think he's taking a risk. It could be career suicide in terms of him winning another championship. Kyrie's going to put up numbers. He's going to be 25 to 28 point per game scorer throughout his career. That's just his ability, okay? He could be putting himself in a situation where he doesn't win another championship. All of the teams that he wants to go to, they're still 2 to 3 steps behind Golden State. I will say this about Kyrie. I agree with Ronnie Robinson here. This guy, man, is a tremendous competitor. And remember, his idol is Kobe Bryant. Now, we understand that Kobe Bryant fans are Kobe Bryant fans and LeBron fans are LeBron fans. There is no intermixing in between the two fan bases when it comes to those types of players. And that falls in line with Kyrie Irving. He's a Kobe guy. He never wanted to play with LeBron James in the first place. Remember, he signed his rookie extension the same year that LeBron went into free agency. Those two never had a conversation behind closed doors. LeBron decided to come to Cleveland. It wasn't Kyrie trying to recruit him. Kyrie thought he was going to be the man on that team. He was looking forward to the challenge of bringing a championship to Cleveland, something that Cleveland's own son wasn't able to do. Kyrie was looking forward to that challenge. Remember, we're talking about a guy that believes the earth is flat. I'm pretty sure Mark Zuckerberg's friends thought he was crazy when he was talking about developing Facebook. I'm pretty sure people laughed at him about that. I'm pretty sure Steve Jobs was getting laughed at. So on and so forth. So yes, I'm laughing at Kyrie right now. All of us are laughing at him, thinking that this is possibly career suicide. But I respect the fact that he wants to take on this challenge. He's a Kobe Bryant fan, okay? He saw what Kobe did. He wanted to separate himself from Shaq so he can have his own team and win a championship. And also keep this in mind. Kyrie is the only guy that I've ever known that would actually talk trash to Coach K at a Duke practice, in the middle of practice, his freshman year, actually talking trash to the legendary Coach K. That tells you he's a man of his own. He's a different breed, okay? And he doesn't think like the rest of us. But no, I don't think it's a good idea. I think he should stay attached to the hip to LeBron for as long as LeBron wants to stay in Cleveland. And we'll see what happens. But you know what? I give Kyrie a lot of credit. This is a bold move to be able to stand up to the best player in the world and say, I don't want to play with you anymore. I think I can win without you. I do give him credit for that. That's very gutsy.
Now, Kev, we all know that you love that story about Kyrie talking trash to Coach K. We all know your level as a Carolina fan, the level of disdain that you have for Duke and Coach K. It just makes your day to be able to bring that report to us.
He loves it.
We can see past the madness. We can see past the madness. Now, Sean, you have been a LeBron fan and LeBron follower. You supported the Cleveland Cavaliers for the past couple seasons. This had to be particularly shocking news to you in light of some of the things that Kyrie and LeBron have been able to accomplish together. But what is your take? What is your feeling about what Kyrie wants here? And do you agree with his stance?
Well, first, let me give some background. I think really what this has a lot to do with is, Dave Griffin, the GM that just left, was a guy that kind of protected and coddled Kyrie Irving. He's the one that got him to re-sign the extension. Now, remember, this guy was a front office executive in Phoenix, with Steve Nash. And when he talked to Kyrie and was selling him about being the franchise guy in Cleveland, he used a lot of his sales pitch of, this is what I was able to accomplish with Steve Nash. I see you being able to be this dynamic point guard and be the face franchise. And now Griffin's gone. And this guy that was able to talk him into staying there and all of that is gone now. But let me say this. The reports are that Kyrie Irving wanted to be more of the focal point and a more focal role with the franchise. I need to kind of bring us back to remembrance. I think sometimes when we win and we get elevated and people start putting your name and Kevin Durant saying you're better than Iverson and you're the best ball handler ever, and your ego begins to get inflated. There's a saying for that. Getting too big for your britches. And here's the thing. So here's the thing, Kyrie. You were the man. Your record was something like 35 and 172 or 52 and 179. You had like triple the amount of losses in 4 years that you had wins. You were the guy. You were the #1 overall pick. And you were still in the shadow before I got there. You know why? because there was already a number 1 overall pick that came to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he was able to get them to the finals in 3 or 4 years. He elevated their win total by 35 wins in their first year. He elevated them to the playoffs in the Eastern Conference Finals in the second and third year. And guess what? You weren't able to do any of that. You know why? Because you're not an alpha male like that. You have an alpha male personality. You have a great skill set, but you're not a leader like that. When they do a poll at the beginning of each year and then closing polls to the NBA players, they ask, what player would you most like to play with? You know who won that and who is ahead of that poll year after year after year? One, LeBron James. So the player that everybody wants to play with, you don't want to play with. You know why? Ego. Greed. You guys have been to 3 straight finals. You were like 52 and 179 in your first 4 years, and then you go to 3 straight finals, win an NBA championship, and you have a problem? Issue? Now I get it. When you were sold on re-upping on your contract, you were sold that you're the guy. We're going to build the offense around you. Guess what? LeBron James comes, and everybody's saying he's the GM. They build the whole team around LeBron's skill set. So you like, hey, if LeBron doesn't re-sign next year, I'm left with all of these players that they built to play around LeBron that are not built for my skill set. But guess what? You're 25 years old, Kyrie. When LeBron felt that they weren't people around him, built around his skill, you know what he did? He played out his contract. I'm going to repeat that. He didn't complain. He didn't ask for a trade. He filled his contractual obligation and still got killed for it. In the middle of a contract, you have 3 years left on your contract. You've been to the finals 3 straight years, and it looks like there's going to be a clear path to a 4th straight, but that's not good enough for you because you feel LeBron may leave next year. Well, guess what? When Reinsdorf said, hey, I'm not paying all these contracts, did Dennis Rodman and Pippen start asking for trades, or they said, hey, man, we got one more run left in this. Let's get it. We got one more run left in this, guys. Let's get it. To me, that's the stance he should have taken. See what LeBron does next season. If he decides to go, ask for a trade in. Asking for a trade right now and blindsiding the guy that you've bragged about, that you love being under his leadership. Hey, I have so much to learn from him. As long as I can learn from him, I will. Really? Really? That's what you've been saying? So you've been fake this whole time? You really just wanted to be the guy, and when you were the guy, you really weren't the guy? And the teams, and when you say, hey, I'm all about winning, I don't have to have all these stats as long as I win. Really? Is one of your destinations?
Sean,
you kidding me?
Sean.
Yes.
What do you say to him? He doesn't.
Hold on.
Huh?
Ron, go ahead and chime in because you've been chomping at the bit for a minute.
Go ahead.
What is your response to what Sean is putting forth right now?
Let me get this straight. We got LeBron James, feelers through the media, link up with teams like the Lakers and stuff for the last 3 weeks. You coming out like a man saying trade me?
Where do you have? Show me the quote or tweet or anything of LeBron saying that.
LeBron's agent just sent Magic Johnson an email saying I like what you guys are doing over there.
Sean, don't do it. Please don't do it, Sean.
Hold on. But let me address that though. No, let me address that though. What does that have to do with the upcoming season?
Sean,
I'll tell you why.
Sean, how do these reports? Hold on 1 second, Ron.
LeBron's been saying he's gonna stay this whole time.
No, he hasn't.
Sean, these reports don't make their way to the media for no reason.
Let's say that
it's leaked to the media. LeBron, everybody knows LeBron could bounce again. So for you to sit here and really talk to us as if LeBron is not behind this, it's a little asinine.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Behind this report.
Let's say let's say that that's 100% true. That LeBron has aspirations of leaving Cleveland after this year, and that he said, "Hey, feed it through the media, let them know that I'm telling my agent to talk to the front office over there in LA. I like what they're doing. I see what you're doing. Create that cap room, roll out the red carpet. I'm coming next year." Let's say all of that's 100% true.
It is.
What does Kyrie gain from being traded right now?
Let me ask you a question.
No.
Wait.
Team? No. If he's about winning,
Okay,
which one of those teams give him a better chance to compete for a championship right now?
Comment about Kyrie not being an alpha male. I think being an alpha male is setting your intentions off top with truthfulness. So you may say which one of those teams helps him win, but I say, if you don't want to play with me, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to play with you either.
Okay.
I can leave now.
Okay.
It turned into LeBron might leave me too. I am going to leave you. That's an alpha move if I ever seen one.
That's an emotional move.
If he goes over to if he goes to the Timberwolves.
I'm going to break up with you before you break up with me. That's
Wait a
an
minute.
emotional move.
Guys, wait a minute. Guys,
Do you respect that more? Do you respect that more than the guy that's in bed with the next person already?
hey, that's it.
24-hour
Hey,
business and coming home like nothing's happening?
let me tell you
Come
what.
on, come on.
Let me tell you where both of you guys are wrong. Kyrie never wanted to play with LeBron James.
Okay, now we're getting warm.
From the start of it. So from
Getting warm.
from the beginning, he never wanted to team up with LeBron. LeBron was never one of his favorite players to watch. Or, that's just what it was. He was a Kobe guy. And Kobe fans are going to stick with Kobe, and LeBron fans are going to stick. There's a line in the sand between those two fans, Kobe or LeBron. And it's very emotional, and it affects your decision making like it has done with Kyrie. It's affected his decision making. The best thing for his career is to stay with LeBron. But he loves Kobe so much. He wants to take after Kobe so much. He saw what Kobe did to break up the Lakers, send Shaq packing. This is my team. And that's what Kyrie is trying to do here. That's what's going
Kevin,
on.
Didn't Kobe lobby for Coach K as a Lakers coach?
Absolutely he did. 1,000% he did.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, Kobe didn't have a great time playing for Phil Jackson either. And obviously in his book, Phil Jackson did not necessarily enjoy coaching Kobe Bryant in return. So I think, we're looking at a situation where Ronnie believes that Kyrie's making a good decision based on what Kyrie wants to do himself. The rest of us know it could possibly be career suicide depending on where he ends up. Okay. And yes, he's going to average 27, 28 a game wherever he goes. All right. Maybe winning is not his number one priority. It can't be if he wants to get traded this year, because they're going to go straight to the finals. If he wants to win, they're going to meet Golden State again. So, go ahead.
Hey, all I'm saying is this. The guy looks like he wants to have fun playing basketball. What's so wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that.
I understand he's playing with LeBron. I understand he doesn't want to play with LeBron.
The most unselfish superstar we've probably ever seen.
Thank you. My thing is, I think LeBron is more like.
Listen, fellas. We could talk about this one all day as well. Let's move on to our next topic.